Hello everyone, and welcome back to another part of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Um, so, yeah. Um, I have got nothing else to say. Let's just continue where we left off. I backtracked the way I came and run outside. Suddenly, I am enveloped in a tidal wave of sound. These are human voices. The cheering comes from an enormous crowd. I turn around, a thick mass of people run towards me out of nowhere. There are boys and girls in school uniforms. It's clear that everyone is looking at me.
This is impossible.
Well, maybe I should turn up the volume a bit. Just a tad. It's hard to hear. How did I fail to detect so many humans? But then I notice it. There is white noise running through all my sensors. It is the same feeling that I had before fighting Kanji-san. What is this? As I stand in thought, the students close in on me. I ask what business they have with me, but the uproar drowns out my voice. I cannot attack them, so I have no choice but to edge backwards. Soon my back is against a wall. I look around for an escape route. Luckily, there was a door beside me. I hurry inside and find shelter. The room I have entered appears to be spacious. It is dark here, but I believe it is the gymnasium. Here and there, folding chairs and gym equipment are piled in heaps. This looks like the result of some strange ritual. Suddenly, a light shines in the corner. Upon closer inspection, I can see a monitor showing something. It's airing some familiar faces.
Rivals. They are
Oh.
friends.
No, I'm gonna skip it. I've already seen it twice. I'm not sure what to say about that video. It seems to be modeled after promotional videos from martial arts tournaments. I noticed appearances by Kanji-san and the host, General Teddy. The other people shown must be participants. It is safe to assume that they're all Persona users. As if watching my reactions from somewhere, General Teddy appears on the monitor replacing the video.
Looks like you're officially getting in on the action. Welcome! Look, everyone, another challenger!
Without warning, there is a loud sound. Doors in every direction open at once. Excited students pour in, cheering and yelling. Before I know it, I am surrounded by people with no means of escape. General Teddy grins at my situation and raises his stubby arm.
Well then, bring out the next opponent!
A spotlight shines on a spot where the crowd parts. A female student can be seen. She has short hair and wears a jacket. She looks very athletic. I recognize her face from the video. Her name was Chie Satonaka. She steps in front of me, bouncing from foot to foot.
I heard that you're elbowing in on the tournament. Suits me fine. Let's do this!
As she finishes her speech, she takes a fighting stance.
Huh?
Wow, that was quick. Just then, a gleaming silhouette appears behind her. It is another Persona. Chie-san extends her hand palm, facing up and motions with her fingers, taunting me.
Ooh, she's ready and raring to go!
This is strange. Chie-san's willingness to fight is odd enough, but even stranger are the students in the crowd. Even when seeing a Persona up close, they show no signs of alarm. Come to think of it, how did they get here? I cannot believe that they are all Persona users. But even if they were, would they be so excited over such brutality? Well, while stuck in a mysterious world filled with potential dangers? That does not seem likely. Perhaps my basic assumptions are faulty. Could they like these buildings be unreal? I cannot jump to conclusions, but I decide to take the offensive. I turn to the monitor. General Teddy is bouncing up and down gleefully.
I will fight on one condition.
Which is?
Interesting. He answered me. I can hold a conversation with him, which means he can see and hear me.
That you immediately release all these students from this school, or rather from this world. If you do that, I will fight as you wish.
Tut tut! Are you making demands to me? Before you get too worried about other people, why not worry about yourself?
I will not fight unless you guarantee their safety.
I glare at General Teddy through the monitor. I didn't want to involve the students, but I have an idea.
Sheesh! What a stubborn girl!
He snaps his stubby fingers. The room instantly fills with light. I ward myself against it by covering my eyes. A few seconds later, the brightness fades to normal as my eyes adjust. I see the students have vanished.
Ta-da! Is that what you wanted?
The general smiles proudly. My guess was correct. If the students were fake, it's easier for him to remove them than to talk to me and talk me into fighting. As a result, my sensors detect the moment when the students disappear all at once. The only human here is Chie-san. Looking around, it seems that not everything disappeared. Human-like figures remain, as if their shadows of the students were burned into the scenery. There were several about the gymnasium. Their readings are similar to shadows, but they show no sign of hostility. So these are the true forms of those students. They have been unmasked.
Honestly, you're in no position to be making demands, you know. I'm making an exception just this once, because it's no fun if you don't both go at it tooth and claw. Even if you don't resist, your opponent will show no mercy. It'll be a grisly sight.
Come on! Even if the crowd was still here, would you not have hit back when I hit you?
No. The safety of the people must be prioritized above all else.
Ha! That's pretty cool of you, actually. But self-sacrifice doesn't mean much coming from a machine. They can just fix you right up. Oh, that's right. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. It's just what you're programmed to do.
That's so foul, dude.
You probably don't feel pain or anything, huh? It just seemed that way because you look human.
Oh, fuck off. Aigis definitely feels pain.
You may not understand, but I can sense pain as well.
Really? That's such a weird thing to program into a weapon. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, probably wouldn't make sense to program into a weapon, but Aigis isn't a weapon.
That's...
As I struggle to answer, Chie-san smiles wide.
Well, that's fine with me. Means I can fight you without pulling any punches.
Her smile disappears and her eyes spark with fire as she launches herself at me. I would rather not fight her, but she is a persona user. I clench my teeth and make myself ready to intercept her.
If I must fight you, then I will.
Alright. This is gonna get explosive.
Finally!
Move down! I'm gonna summon you! My other self! Firing! Persona! Down! Heavy damage! Deadly hit! Going fast! Aerial mode! Go! Deadly hit! Justina! Maximum speed! I summon you! Full attack! Battle system! Air strike! Unlock! Go! The opponent's still here I go! Firing!
Easy sauce.
Better luck next
I don't need to save it over top of the one I just saved on.
Oh, sheesh. Wow. You're definitely a pro when it comes to fighting.
I'm sorry. Are you all right?
Yeah. But boy, I didn't stand a chance against you. Hey, what's all this about you being a robot?
Okay, let me turn up the volume just a tad. Still kind of hard to see over, hear over the fan I've gotten here. She is upset by her loss, but she seems cheerful. She didn't show this open-mindedness before the fight. Perhaps as with Kanji-san, I can make peace with her by... No, it's vain to me think that that's possible. Her words echo in my mind. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. This is what you're programmed to do. Oh my god, dude. That is so messed up. I hate to admit it, but her observation is
I may
correct.
seem like a ridiculous machine to you, but I'm still...
Huh? I never said that.
Huh?
Wait. You're not acting like you did before the fight. I'm surprised that you're a robot, but what gives?
Chie-san looks stupefied. Her expression confuses me as well. She stated it clearly, yet she doesn't remember? Then something hit me. Didn't things go similarly with Kanji-san as well? Could it be that something was done to the participants? No, I should avoid drawing conclusions based solely on speculation. Besides, there's something I must do first.
That reminds me. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Aigis.
Looks like we let our fists say too much before we opened our mouths.
I saw the introductory video. You're Chie Satonaka, correct?
Yep. Oh, you can just call me Chie.
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood.
Okay, you didn't need to bring that part up, and I didn't discard anything. I can use a persona, but I'm just an ordinary high school student. I go to Yasugami High. So anyways, are you, seriously a machine? No foolin'?
Yes. I was created as a weapon for a certain purpose. It may be difficult to explain to you.
Nah, I can tell from the fight you're telling the truth. Huh, so you're not cosplaying. Then again, it'd be pretty nuts for someone to come out here to cosplay.
Speaking of which, Chie-san, can you tell me what this place, this world, is? I confess that I am looking for someone. While pursuing them, I heard the rumor about going inside TVs and ended up here.
Oh, right. You can use a persona. That's how you got into the TV. Where should I start? I don't know exactly how it works, but this place is supposedly a realm formed by human thought.
By thought, does that mean this is someone's mental landscape?
I guess so.
Then we physically entered a mental world? Through a TV, no less? How can this be?
To tell the truth, I never understood it so well myself. There was this insane monster thing around town up until early spring. It created this whole world, and I got my persona because of what happened in here.
Chie-san folds her arms with a troubled look on her
Come to
face.
think of it, all this stuff should have been over and done with. But you see that ad showing on the monitor over there? It suddenly started getting shown on TV in reality. There's no way we were gonna stand for that crap to be shown. So that's why me and my friends came in here to put a stop to it.
Your friends are here as well?
Yeah, a couple. Also, that Teddy guy who's hosting this, plus the girl Rise who's serving as commentator. They're my friends too, but they're acting so weird.
She lets out a sigh.
Oh, sorry, listen to me, babbling away. Do you think you can find this person you're looking for? Actually, could whoever it is get in here? I don't think normal people can enter the TV.
To tell you the truth, I have already encountered one such person, but
I tell her about the girl I saw. I give her all the details that I can remember. I recall that she called herself the student council president. She did not seem aware that she was inside the TV.
Oh, you mean the girl who was calling herself the student council president? Yeah, I saw her too. She was yelling into a bullhorn to stop this foolishness, but then she ran off saying she was gonna go talk to the tournament's host.
She was wearing the same skirt that you are, Chie-san. It seems to be part of a uniform. Are you acquainted with her?
No, I don't know her. It's funny, that girl said she was elected last week. But if I remember right, our student council president was a guy.
I have my doubts about her. I must meet her again and figure her out.
Thank you. I now have a better understanding of the situation. Well then, I should be going now. I would like it if you could come along, but
I know, I can't leave here, right? I'll stay put for now.
I will come back for you later. You may find it hard to trust me, but
No, I believe you.
Chie-san replies unhesitatingly.
I've been through so much over this past year that I'm pretty confident I can read people. Honestly, though, what other choice do I have? If you run into any of my friends, tell them I'm okay.
I will.
After wiping the dust from her right hand with her sleeve, Chie-san extends it to me.
Aigis-san, right? So, if this was some fighting manga, we'd beat the tar out of each other, then shake hands in the end as best friends. A powerful enemy can become a powerful friend, you know?
Manga. Not manga. It's okay if you pronounce things differently. I just find it silly is all. I clasp her hand. She smiles in embarrassment.
Friendship can do amazing things. I saw that for myself last year. And you and I can be friends too, so, you don't need to talk like you're just an object.
Chie-san.
Don't look at me like that. You're embarrassing me. Come on, get going. Go! Hurry!
Yes, I'll see you later.
Energized by Chie-san's words, I run towards the entrance. I turn around and wave to Chie-san. There is more at stake in the Labyrinth. I must protect these people. I swear a vow to myself and leave. As I exit the gymnasium, I remain cautious while running down the hallway. Suddenly, I pick up a response on a transmitter, which has been silent until now. I stop and focus on picking up the signal.
Guess you hear.
Oh my gosh.
Can you hear me, Aigis?
The staticky transmission soon becomes clear. It is the voice I recognize very well.
Mitsuru-san?
Good. It seems you're all right too. It's been quite a while since I last used my persona in this manner. To think it would be useful in a place like this.
Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I can still sense him. I doubt he'll be defeated that easily.
She is speaking not out of carelessness, but trust. I know because I feel the same.
I'm sure you're aware by now, but although we came in search of Labrys, we appear to have been dragged into another incident. Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labrys ties into this situation yet, but be careful.
Before I can answer, the static grows louder and the transmission ends. Knowing that Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san are okay gives me more room to breathe. The invisible walls are everywhere along the hallways, forcing me to down a particular path. I follow the route soon enough, and I can see shoe lockers up ahead. It seems I am back at the entrance. When I reach the entrance, the monitor nearby turns on, as if it were waiting for me. As usual, it is General Teddy. I take a defensive stance. This appears to be the arena for my next battle.
You're pretty good for a latecomer.
The instant General Teddy appears on TV, my sensors pick up the noise again. My suspicion turns into certainty. General Teddy is doing something before the matches. Whatever it is makes the opponent belligerent or something similar. I can assume that it's neither Kanji-san nor Chie-san were acting like themselves before the battle. That would explain why none of the stories were consistent afterwards.
Well then, bring out the next opponent!
I hear light footsteps. A young man wearing his hat low arrives.
Naturally, of the three of you, you're the one I encountered first.
He shrugs his shoulders and puts the brim lower. This boy is also in the promotional video. His name was Naoto Shirogane. I bring myself to high alert. He said 3 of you.
You know about us?
On hearing my question, he smiles cynically.
Did Mitsuru Kirijo not inform you? I don't merely know about you. I was there at the airport.
Wait, what? How were you there, though? It makes no sense.
The Kirijo group seems rather lax for a multinational corporation, allowing a machine to act autonomously and take command.
I can't get it at a very good volume. Oh well.
To be frank, watching you fills me with pity. Perhaps the kindest thing to do would be to give you a merciful end.
Pity?
Your existence is inherently a deception, isn't it? You're a machine, and a weapon on top of that. Yet you look human. Those who meet you think you're human. You even seem to believe it yourself. Truly pitiful.
I have no answer to this. As much as I don't want to believe it, it's all true.
You were built to consider yourself human in order to activate the ability to wield a persona. Your appearance and your heart are only prerequisites for that power. I'm sure you've realized it already.
Okay. I was gonna say something controversial. I'm not gonna say it.
You will never find the means to cross the gap between the human heart and your mechanical frame. No matter how much you want love, you'll never earn it. At best, people grow fond of you.
He sounds as if he knows for certain. I hang my head in spite of myself.
The more I consider the matter, the more I genuinely pity you. I'd best hurry up and put an end to your pathetic life.
Oh my god, dude. Naoto-san draws his gun. Because my eyes are lowered, I am slow to react. I already knew that we had to fight, and yet I curse my carelessness and quickly stand back up.
Finally! Fight!
Down! Strike! Athena! No! Move down! Down! Go down! Persona! Strike! Devastating blow! Down! Oh, what? Dash! No! Like damage! Move down!
Now you crossed the line.
Dash! Down! Please hit! Go! No! Charging! Now! That was like an bad. Going! My other self! Oh my! They lost!
Anyways. Naoto-san slowly gets up. There is some staggering that seems to be caused by dizziness. I watch carefully for any changes in behavior, but I am surprised what I hear next. By what I'm hear
Are
next.
you thinking what I'm thinking? The mastermind behind this tournament may have some means of fogging our senses. Were you suspecting that as well?
Yes.
Seeing me nod, Naoto-san smiles. Let me move my monitor up a bit. Here we go.
Then we are in agreement.
Much better.
Appears to be to make friends fight one another, though it's a mystery to me as to why it would do such a thing.
Naoto-san brushes some dust and walks towards me.
But the battle is over and the interference has been lifted. Given past examples, the pattern is clear. How about it? Why don't we talk things over?
I have no objections. Naoto-san seems to understand everything. I nod my head, relieved.
I am Naoto Shirogane. I work as a detective. I agreed to act as an observer for the police regarding the special cargo, met with Kirijo-san beforehand, and accompanied her to the airport.
So that's how you knew about us.
Okay, so she isn't actually, like, against us. She's actually helping us because she is working in the police. Gotcha.
I recall seeing you in the introductory video along with the other competitors.
They're good friends of mine. I attend Yasogami High, the same school as them.
I see. So after you finished your business and returned to your hometown, that video appeared on TV. Is that correct?
That's right. At least that's what I should say if I wanted to feign innocence.
What?
The real reason I came here is because I was tailing you. It was for a secret investigation.
For who?
Oh, so you're not actually... You're, like, kind of suspicious of us for some reason.
Naturally, I cannot reveal my client or what their aims are, but I'm sure you have your own secrets to keep. What do you think? As long as we're in the same boat, why not cooperate?
I become tense at the mention of a secret investigation, but that is not important now.
I see. It would not be wise to continue to stand in each other's way in this situation.
I accept Naoto-san's hand, and we shake.
How much do you know about this world?
Your friend told me it's a realm formed by human thought. In which case, why a school?
This place varies according to people's mental state. When someone enters it directly, they have a much stronger effect on it. For a normal person with no persona-based resistances, a dangerous situation will arise where their shadow goes berserk. That happened frequently in the case I was involved with last year. This false school may have something to do with it.
I consider Labris. According to her specifications, she should be able to use her persona. But did this come from her mind? Why a school? And why Yasogami High School of all places? She has no prior knowledge of the place. She has never even visited Inaba. But if that girl is Labris, she undoubtedly has a heart. It is possible that something like with Naoto-san suggested that could happen.
I assume you have a theory already?
Yes. Thank you very much. I believe I'm slowly starting to understand what's going on.
I look down the path ahead. But before I go, I turn and ask Naoto-san a question.
Would you mind telling me something? Why did you tell me about your secret agenda?
I suppose because it wouldn't be fair otherwise.
A wry smile spreads over Naoto-san's face.
Given that I cannot leave here and must trust my friend's fate to you, it would be unfair to continue deceiving you. But not only that, you carry out your duties with little care for your true appearance. You and I are not on equal grounds there.
My true appearance?
Consider it a sign of my respect for that. I still seem to have a soft spot.
Naoto-san's smile fades and she looks at me solemnly.
Aigis-san, I ask only one thing of you. Please save my friends.
That is my intention.
Thank you. I'll wait here, secure in knowing that.
We nod at each other. Chie-san, Kanji-san, and Naoto-san are also different, but they're connected by a strong bond. Knowing that fills my heart with warmth.
I am curious, though. When you refer to your true appearance, do you mean the fact that you are a woman?
What?
Am I mistaken?
Oh, well...
Your clothing hides it, but my sensor scan shows the body measurements of a human with female proportions.
What do you mean? How much can you see?
Suddenly, Naoto-san loses all composure and turns red, covering her chest with her arms. What happened? I don't think I said anything to warrant such a reaction. Just then, General Teddy interrupts over the monitor.
Hey, enough with the chit-chat! hurry up and move on to the next.
Would you like to know your current measurements? From top to bottom, they are...
That's quite all right.
I did not know Aigis was capable of this. Interesting.
Never mind, little old me. Please finish that line of thought. I demand it!
Now,
How did we get so off subject? If you're going to go, please hurry and leave.
she yelled at me. I must have said something rude. That still happens every so often. An innocuous remark can greatly upset someone. I must keep practicing. Oh boy. I climbed the stairway and noticed a silhouette in order in one of the classrooms. Looking carefully, it could be the student council president Slabris. I will be relieved if I had caught up to her so soon. But the hand I raised to knock on the door inadvertently stops. Wait, could she be my next opponent? She was in the promotional video, but neither was I. Yet I am being forced to fight in the Grand Prix. But there's no point in worrying about that now. I cannot change the path I take, nor the opponent I must face. I prepare myself and knock lightly on the door.
You're that girl from before.
The girl turns around and notices me. I set foot in the classroom. There's no immediate interruption from General Teddy. It looks like he has not scheduled a match between us. I breathe a sigh of relief.
What are you doing here?
Ain't it obvious? I'm cleaning up the classroom. It's no picnic, what with people running wild and wrecking things.
She takes down the chairs piled up on top of each other and lines them up. After a few runs, she takes a breath. Though she is complaining, there is a gentle smile on her face.
But I guess this is all in a day's work for a student council president. We'll look back on it and laugh, right?
You seem like you're having fun.
That's because I love my school. Even the chores are fun for me. The reason I wanted to be president is because of that. Oh, it can be rough when things get out of hand like this.
But it's dangerous here. You must leave at once. Won't you come with me?
She seems confused by my words and tilts her head to one side.
What? You're worried about me? Hey, I'm the president. And you might not think so to look at me, but I ain't no slouch in a fight. I'll be fine.
No, that's not what I mean.
How should I put this? She still has no idea of the danger. She walks up next to me, takes a long look at my face, and giggles.
Your clothes are pretty out there, but I can see you mean well. Thanks. Some of these students won't listen to a word I say, but I feel like I gotta be here. No, I wanna be here.
Even if it puts you in danger?
You're really a drama queen, aren't you? Who's to say I'm in danger for sure? Besides,
Her eyes burn with affection for something dear to her.
even if you're right, I'd wanna stay here.
There is no need to test her commitment. It is consistent with the fact of this world being created. Then, is she human?
I always wanted to go to school with everyone, just like normal. That's all.
Does that imply you couldn't do so before?
You're asking me that now? Honestly? Back then,
She stops abruptly. I wait patiently for her to continue, but her face twists with suffering.
Huh?
She puts her fingers to her temple. Her knees begin to buckle.
What's wrong?
Weird. The past. How come it's...
She begins to fall, and I catch her. At that precise moment, there's a strong reading from my fingers as soon as I touch her. It's so strong, like touching a hot stove. This is the same reading when I first stuck my hand into the TV. Is it coming from my personality module? A piece of lost technology that researchers had called plums of dusk due to their shape. I have one inside me as well. This is not merely strong evidence, it is conclusive. There are still questions to be answered, but this girl can be none other than Labras. At the very least, she is not human.
Sorry, I'm not feeling so good all of a sudden.
The memory she is trying to access is causing conflicts with her current level of awareness.
If she tries to remember, she will not be able to maintain her mental state. The memory is that chain, charged. I hold her close and wait for her to calm down. But her reaction does not improve. It gets worse. She shakes violently, as if electrified. Suddenly, bright light bursts from her in front of my eyes.
Okay. I just wanted to do that a bit. Is something flowing into me? I quickly let go of Labras, but it does not fade away easily. Images I don't recognize flow together in my head, one after another, at incredible speeds.
Are these Labras's memories?
The torrent of data finally subsides. I analyze the data to find out what happened, and then I understand. It did not flow into me. This data was already dormant inside of me. I am the last number of the Anti-Shadow Weapon Project. I inherited all the data from the previous models of the same type, both tangible and intangible. Labras's memories were part of it. Normally, the developers would not upload data into me that was unrelated to battle. But the Plume of Dusk is a black box. It is possible that something was transferred somehow through that. Thinking about it, that might have been the reason I thought I saw Labras at the airport. My glimpse of the newly awakened Labras caused my buried records of her appearance to be called. Perhaps this is what happened. Unfortunately, the memories I have just accessed are in complete disarray. I can't just flip through it like an album. The video records are not in the chronological order, meaning I can't make sense of them in their current state. However, there was one memory that left an impression on me. The sea. The Cerulean Sea, in lingering clouds, the emerald blue water. All of the other memories are of cold mechanical rooms or the night sky, but this one is different.
What was that just now?
Labras staggers as she stands up. Before I can ask her anything, she abruptly shakes me off and runs out of the classroom.
Wait!
I try to chase after her, but after only a few steps, I trip over my own feet. The information overload has prevented me from making any sudden movements. I fight through it, dragging what feels like several times of weight on my legs when...
Are you sure you want to take that girl out of here?
Oh my goodness.
I stumble to a stop and look around searching for the hidden speaker.
This is the only place she can fit in. No one will understand her once she steps outside. But she can't become human either. So she has no other choice but to wallow in this illusory school. Pitiable, isn't she? But this is the only way she can be happy. Are you going to take that from her?
I stop, suddenly realizing that the answer to my question, and catch my breath in my throat. This voice. It's mine?
What will you do after you take her from here? Lock her up in a box again? How cruel. No wonder she ran away. Ran away? What are you...
Alright, hold on everyone. I'm gonna turn off this fan so I don't have to hear it because it is very distracting to me. Alright, I have returned. Oof.
You don't mean... You finally figured it out? Lapras wasn't brought here by some sinister mastermind. She escaped on her own and came here. That can't be. The suspects in the hijacking case... I'm sure you've seen the opponents you fought so far robbed of their sanity. Have you forgotten already? You're saying that was Labras's doing too? Yes. Her heart gave birth to this world, and that power is one of her abilities, from some special equipment. With a power like that, wouldn't it be simple to control a number of ordinary people?
It is true that hijackers were confused and that there were signs of the mental interference.
It does seem strange to go to so much trouble to come to a place like this. If she did in fact do this, then she must face herself. What gives you the right to say that?
Suddenly, the tone of her voice changes. She speaks very gently, like a parent correcting a child.
You've experienced suffering before, too. It pains you to have a heart, knowing that you can never be human.
The song, hell yeah.
Even if there was someone you considered to be worth fighting for, you can't be a real companion to them. That's why you chose to protect them as a weapon. But in the end, you still lost them. What do you know about me? Mere words will not cause me to abandon hope. A brave bluff. But a tool like yourself can never be a true partner for a human. Doesn't your heart yearn to be by their side and to be loved? It hurts so much that I wish I could go back to how I was before I gained a heart. Has that really never once crossed your mind? I think not. That pain will never completely disappear. It will always fester inside you. Isn't that right? Even if you take Labras away, the same will happen to her. She'll become just like you. Is that a fate you want for her? You see, here you can have anything, as long as you look away from the truth. That doesn't just go for Labras, but for you too.
Nah.
Even the things you have lost forever. Here, you can have them back. What are you?
I cut myself off. Oh gosh. I cut myself off, realizing that I am becoming fascinated with the voice. This isn't good. I cannot let the voice deceive me. I must get its speaker in my sights first. I carefully attune myself to the source of the voice and quickly turn in the direction. But the person standing there is me. Or rather, something that looks like me. At first, I think that the overload is still affecting my sensors, but that is not the case.
I'll take away your suffering. Now, take my hand, Aigis.
I smile and extend out my hand. I feel dazed. This is very confusing. I don't know what to do. My mind advises caution, but my heart doesn't listen. But all of a sudden, a door opens at the corner.
Pardon my interruption of this seemingly trivial conversation.
Okay, the Shadow's gonna fucking die. Assuming she doesn't turn on us. This unexpected event brings me back to reality, and I realize that I was nearly seduced by its promises. On a second look, I can see a woman beyond the door frame. The distinctive blue dress. I recognize the attire from an elevator girl. Her name was Elizabeth Son, I believe. But why is she here? Elizabeth walks right in and stands in the center of the room. There is nothing outwardly abnormal about her pose, but it is imposing as a battle stance. She opens her thick leather-bound book, then smiles dauntlessly at the other me.
Excuse me, but I would like a word with this lady over here. Would you mind leaving?
Who are you?
If you don't leave the two of us, I must resort to giving you a hearty thrashing with my book.
I would suggest you leave right now before you die.
It's a hardcover, leather-bound edition, and is quite powerful. Enough to do over 4 digits on average, I'd say.
Without warning, the pages from the open book overflow with light.
What? I don't believe this.
The other me's face flinches in pain, and she vanishes into thin air while spitting a curse. Is she gone now? I can no longer pick up any readings on her. The tension leaves my body, and I collapse to the ground. While I am there, Elizabeth walks towards me. I first met her 2 years ago. Her attire is somewhat strange, but the place I met her is even stranger. A blue room. That is the only way to describe that mystical place. Excuse me. Its residents called it the Velvet Room. I do not believe it is at all part of the real world. There, Elizabeth was one who governs over power. She helped me grow spiritually by introducing me the power of personas. I never imagined that she would leave that room, let alone that I would run into her here. Yet her appearance has saved me.
I'm sorry for that. Thank you for saving me.
Here, like, anyways, not important.
Did I save you?
She stares straight into me. Then lets out a long sigh of disappointment.
I was on a journey for personal reasons, but I sensed some extraordinary powers clashing against each other and came to see what all the fuss was about, only to be met with this bitter disappointment.
I am baffled by her candidness.
Please stand. Have you already forgotten the enlightenment you gained before me once? Has it escaped your prodigious goldfish-like memory?
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to kick her ass.
It seems that I must once again ascertain what you are truly capable of.
She speaks as if she's engaging in everyday conversation and opens her leather-bound book again. Suddenly, a murderous aura fills the area, fierce as a gust of wind. Something about me has disappointed her. I know that much. But I clearly have no time to ask her what that is.
Well, here goes. The cards will decide your fate.
Alright then. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you're gonna get. And it's a battle you're gonna lose, too. Why did she choose Thanatos? I don't know. Maybe it's very fitting for her personality.
Final. Fight!
Maximum speed! Strike going! Oh, my other cell! Oh, right, I summoned you! Severe impact!
Oh god.
No!
I could have dodged that. But he didn't.
Move down! Severe impact!
Oh crap.
I summon you!
Oh crap. Again.
You're frozen and spinning.
Try this! Opening severe impact!
Thanatos!
Severe impact!
One. Persona.
Final sequence!
Oh crap. I was gonna do such a cool move.
Move down!
Well done.
Oh wow. I wanted to make it flashy.
Well done.
Elizabeth stands from her kneeling position. Though she lost, she did not so much as break a sweat. While I, for my part, am detecting strain on my entire drive system. I can see myself, lacking the energy to even speak,
reflected in Elizabeth's clear eyes.
You are indeed neither man nor any ordinary machine. You are truly singular.
Exactly.
But then can anyone be said to be the same as anybody else?
Right?
People anguish over the gulf between themselves and others, and the lack of any who could possibly understand them. How is their situation different from yours? What defines life is not death, but bonds. That is the answer you once reached. Then take that to heart and go forth. Remember that your bonds will remain unbroken, giving you the strength to withstand any suffering.
You know, I think that people can have similar experiences to one another, but I think constantly comparing yourself to other people is just not a good example or like a good way to live your life, because why are we supposed to, like, I don't know, base ourselves off of how other people are, or who other people are for that matter? I guess just, I don't know. No one else can live your life for you. Just live it how you want.
My bonds.
Anyways, not important.
I, too, am currently on an endless journey. But I anticipate that you will become a compatriot of mine, unbound by the limitations of time. I hope that you will not be led astray by trivial things. With that, I bid you good luck.
Elizabeth bows and finally shows me her smile. Immediately after, she turns on one heel and walks towards the hallway. I suddenly remember...
There are rules to this tournament delineating behavior after a match.
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed. I shall be on my way.
True to her word, she leaves the room with no trouble and closes the door with an exaggerated slam. Yeah, well, that makes sense because she's, you know, Elizabeth, and she doesn't give a fuck about rules. Those walls were nothing to her. But come to think of it, Lapras didn't seem to subject to those rules either. Do they only apply to participants in the tournament? No. In Elizabeth's case, it simply does not matter to her.
She remains a complete enigma.
I find it amusing, which allows me to feel more relaxed.
It may be true that this world can grant one's true desire, but I want Lapras to see past herself to a world where other people matter.
Anyways, I just wanted to kind of add to what I just said recently. Everyone is a special case, and everyone is special. So, I guess, yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Even if one discards their bonds to avoid pain, all that awaits is a numb, desert-like future with no promise. I thought as she did once, so I'm sure I can understand her.
I too felt the same as Lapras when I went through an incredibly trying ordeal. If there is no one to reach out to her, she'll become even more trapped. As she is now, Lapras cannot escape on her own. That is because the key to extricating oneself is the realization that one is not alone.
I want to form a bond with Lapras, with my sister. I want to teach her things that she cannot learn if she is alone.
Saying it out loud helps me to strengthen my resolve. I charge my approach and focus on searching in a way to save her. Still, that thing looked like me. Was that what Naoto-san meant by a shadow going berserk? My own shadow. Thinking of it, that way sheds some light on things. Of course, I can control my persona and have some resistance to the effects of this world, but my heart cannot be so easily stabilized. If the same thing is happening to Lapras, I suddenly realize the dangers are involved. I impatiently suppress these thoughts and dash out into the hallway. Yeah, so basically Elizabeth can just fight whoever she wants, whenever she wants, and does whatever. Super cool. I follow the path formed by the invisible walls. Eventually, I climb the stairway to the third floor, There seem to be no walls here, allowing me to go as I please. I can tell that the end is near, and so I prepare myself. Soon I stand in front of a room that has a sign outside saying, "Announcement Room." The door is half opened. I can sense someone inside. I cautiously press up against the door and peek around it. This is an announcement room, as the sign indicated, but the space inside is much larger than the classrooms I have seen. The equipment here is also closer to that of a TV studio than that would be found in a school. On top of that, the back wall was made out of glass, showing the view that is clearly not a schoolyard. Taken together, that is the first distinct sign that this is not a real world. As I expect, Lapras is here, standing in the middle of the room. There is also another boy, and a girl as well. The girl is holding Lapras' shoulders, and the boy stands in front of the pair, protecting them. Across from them is General Teddy. It seems at the end of the line, it's the end of the line. I've seen that boy's face in the video. Yosuke Hanamura-san, I believe. I am not familiar with the girl's face, but I do recognize her distinctive voice. It is the same voice that has been commentating on the fighters along with General Teddy on the school PA. In the tone of the commentating, I thought that she was working with the general, but right now she seems to be on Yosuke-san's and Labra's side. I recall that what Chie-san told me. Chie-san said that Rise-san was originally their friend, in which case, she may actually be another victim. General Teddy gives a cruel smile, squints his eyes and speaks.
What a shame. You gave it a try, but there's no way anyone would understand you. Huh?
General Teddy's voice and tone have undergone a remarkable change. Listening closely, this voice is... so it finally reveals its true form.
At least one of them has to understand how I feel. Isn't that what you thought? The important part is that it's all your fault. That's not true. You still refuse to remember? Look at me. And stop deluding yourself.
Uh-oh. So it's the same scene? Seems like it.
I am a shadow. The true self.
No way. That's...
She has my face.
But the face is the only thing that is the same. The rest of her body is covered in metal. There's no doubt that this is man-made. Lapras lets out a short scream and backs up.
Stop! I'm not like that!
Calm down. It's just taking that form to agitate you.
Yosuke is frantically trying to calm down Lapras. It's just taking that form to agitate you. That's what he says. But is that really the case? I have my own suspicions.
No! 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 Taking that form, huh? Well, you have a point. I do have the power to confuse people's senses. Warp what they're seeing. Twist what they're hearing.
That's how you made my senpai fight each other!
Of the things you're seeing right now, which do you think is real, and which is fake?
Former General Teddy. No, Labrys's shadow breaks out into a green. Not green, Labrys, meanwhile, is cringing in fear as she holds on to Yosuke's sleeve.
No, I'm not like you. I'm human, aren't I?
Huh? What do you mean?
I can see that Yosuke does not know the answer to the sudden question.
And how did I come to have these special powers? Why, it's because I have them.
With that, the shadow snaps its fingers. At once, static like that on a poorly turned TV starts appearing around Labrys and slowly envelops her. I enhance my vision. Nothing is happening to Labrys's body. It was my own vision that was clouded, or had been up until now. Soon after, the noise dissipates. An inhuman-looking girl is standing in her place.
Huh? A robot?
Metallic arms and legs extend from her uniform. Thrusters on her back spread like wings. It's just as I thought. Her body is identical to that of a shadow in front of her.
Look, that's what she really looks like. It's her who's been deceiving you all from the start. Not only you, but herself, too. She really thinks that she's a human living a normal life at school.
To reinforce her make-believe as real, she prevented herself from accessing any memories that could contradict that. She even sealed away her own name.
No! Stop! Why are you doing this?
Kindly hurry up and remember me. Remember yourself. It's pretty rude of you to even forget your own name.
No! I don't want to remember!
Huh. Is that so? Looks like you still need an extra push.
The shadow grins evilly and swings an enormous axe at Labrys's, or actually at Yosuke-san.
Yosuke-senpai!
Before the axe can complete its arc, I am already in action. I must intervene. Neither Labrys, in shock at seeing her true form, nor Yosuke-san or Rise-san are prepared for the attack.
What the?
I deflect the strike with the metallic part of my arm. It was heavier than I anticipated. The battle axe's giant lump of metal that blocks most of my vision.
Girl? Wait, you're a robot too?
I turn my head to Labrys and look straight into her shocked eyes.
You must remember, that is the only way the future will open up to you. You must accept it, no matter how painful it may be.
I tell her her name in a clear voice. Her official name, which includes something no human has, a model number.
Your true name is 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys.
Labrys quivers violently, as if an invisible arrow had pierced her chest. Oh no, that's the end? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Labrys? Okay, I wasn't expecting Labrys to be there, but I guess that's fair. Alright, well, if there is anyone who has any suggestions for what I should play next, as far as story goes, please feel free to let me know. And yeah, everyone, I hope you all have a magnificent day as always. And I'm gonna end this video here. So with that being said, everyone, goodbye for now. Yeah, I'm doing this in a very weird order. Don't forget to stay hydrated, and I will see you all again soon. Goodbye for now, everyone. Boop.